These young men are accused of trying to assassinate former President Ali Abdullah Saleh in June 2011. They were arrested more than 2 years ago along with dozens of others, although most of them have since been released. Their lawyers insist they had nothing to do with the attempted murder. The 5 suspects have been on a hunger strike for several weeks to protest against the delay in their trial. They finally appeared in court on Monday. Their lawyers and local rights organizations insist the process is unlawful.
These cases are part of the incidents of the revolution, and we demand that the files be closed. Yemen's judicial system should not be involved in this because the UN has set up a committee to investigate the incidents of 2011 and emphasized that Yemen's judiciary is not qualified.
That judiciary is widely accused of being part of the former regime, and the prosecutor general himself is seen as a staunch Saleh loyalist. Saleh was granted immunity from prosecution in exchange for stepping down.
The immunity law has protected the real killers. Hundreds of youths were killed in public squares and thousands of crimes were committed in 2011. But the only case in the courts now is the alleged attempt against Ali Abdullah Saleh.
The case of the so-called revolution detainees is not the only wound remaining from the last 3 years in Yemen. Hundreds of young people were killed while peacefully protesting in public squares. Their families are still waiting for justice, but no single case has been considered by the courts so far. The same applies to the families of the missing, like Nasser al-Atmi, whose son Faisal went missing in January 2011. Faisal was a young military recruit who hadn't yet finished his university studies. He was critical of his seniors and showed signs of sympathy towards the revolutionary youth. Nasser insists he has evidence indicating his son is still lingering in the private jails of the former regime. Dozens of similar cases are still unresolved. The Ministry of Justice and the Prosecutor General Office failed to respond to our requests for an interview. Mohamed, Vall, Al Jazeera, Sanaa.